What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah. What's good? This is your boy Tone, DeShields the second. You guys are locked in on your dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Y'all know the vibes, y'all know the energy. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, man. We got some things to get into. We ain't gonna waste too much time, man. I'm gonna be here for about 45 minutes to an hour. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you kick your feet up. I know it's Sunday. A lot of us got to go to work on Monday. Some of us got a long drive. We got a long commute in the morning. And I understand you probably got some things you got to take care of. You probably got to iron your uniform, probably got to make your lunch, probably got to put the kids to bed, help kids with homework, whatever it may be. So make sure you guys smash that like button. As a matter of fact, I think the kids go back to school, right? So make sure you guys get those kids nice and tucked in, ready for school tomorrow. Nonetheless, let's get into the content. The Philadelphia Eagles fumbled the bag. The Philadelphia Eagles fumbled the bag, completely fumbled the bag. And, you know, I could nitpick Tanner McKee's performance. I could do that. But why would I do that? He's a backup for a reason. He's a backup. Tanner McKee is a backup quarterback for a reason. Granted, he didn't play with any starters on offense, but he's a backup for a reason. So I'm not going to sit here and waste time waxing poetic about how Tanner McKee missed opportunities in his game, was constantly overthrowing people or throwing guys the ball behind them or whatever it may be. I'm not going to waste time criticizing Tanner McKee's performance. It's really not important because I knew what Tanner McKee was. You see, that's for people who wanted to pretend Tanner McKee was the future of this franchise. That's for those people. For those of you who knew, for those of you who had common sense, there's levels to this game. There's levels. And in watching that game, you saw Jalen Hurts' value. You saw Jalen Hurts' value. The accuracy is Jalen Hurts' value. The efficiency is Jalen Hurts' value. The ability to protect the football is Jalen Hurts' value. being mobile in the pocket and being able to rush for 5, 10, 15 yards. That's his value, the RPO. You saw Jalen Hurts' value was on full display. And again, I'm not going to waste time talking about something that I already knew. Tanner McKee is a backup. He's a backup. Simple as that. He is a backup. Now, Daryus Cooper, young man, you catch a very important football and then you completely negate the play because you want to celebrate. Young brother, you have not arrived. You need to take every opportunity you can get and maximize it. And you caught an important pass inside the 5-yard line. And what do? You decide to spin the ball in front of the defender and taunt him and get called for unsportsmanlike conduct. You gain 17 yards, you lose 15 yards. Abysmal. That was a huge play in the game. That took points off the board. That took a touchdown off the board. You want to know what happened on the following play? Tanner McKee threw an interception. You want to know what happened on the next drive, the Commanders' drive? They scored a touchdown. You see how things just swing when you don't do your job? It's the little things. So Daryus Cooper, you got to wear that. You got to wear that. Unacceptable. You are a backup playing in week 18. Relax. Relax. Let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. And boy, we are going to spend some time talking about that defense. But more specifically, we are going to really take some time to discuss how awful, how below mediocre Kelee Ringo and Quinyon Bennett are. Kelee Ringo is worse than Sidney Jones. Kelee Ringo is worse than Byron Maxwell. Kelee Ringo is worse than Russell Douglas when we had him. Kelee Ringo is worse than James Bradbury's second season in Philly. Like, Kelee Ringo is so bad. Kelee Ringo is worse than Devontae Maddox. Kelee Ringo is an awful cornerback in the NFL. Quinyon Bennett, awful. 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 And shout out to Devontae Maddox. He caught an interception today. A big one, too. Like, I'm going to give Matt McWilliams grace. He a rookie. He barely gets to see grass. I'm going to give Matt McWilliams some grace because he's a rookie. I'm going to give him grace. But Quinyon Bennett and Kelee Ringo, did you guys know they were drafted a pick apart? They were drafted one draft pick apart. Same draft class. Same round. 2 draft picks apart. Quinyon Bennett was picked one spot before Kelee Ringo. One spot in the 2023 draft class. And I tried to give Keely Ringo the benefit of the doubt. I tried to be a supporter of his. I tried to hold on for dear life. Jacorian Bennett, I thought he was a diamond in the rough. But man, when Vic Fangio speaks, we got to listen. When Vic Fangio makes a decision, understands it's for a reason. I'm done questioning. I will never question Vic Fangio again. I will never question him again. He knows football. And I'm not sitting here saying I questioned his decision to play Adoree Jackson in for the Keely Ringo, but I thought, hey, let the young guy get growing pains. He'll get better as the season goes. And Adoree Jackson, he's older. You know, he's not really playing as well also. But ultimately, Adoree Jackson weathered the storm, overcame injury. And Adoree Jackson ended up becoming an okay corner for the Eagles in the second half of the season. He was okay. He wasn't great, but he was decent. He became serviceable, and that's all you really needed or wanted from that position, all things considered. CB2, Adoree Jackson became serviceable. We saw enough Keely Ringo tape to say this brother cannot do it. And every time he got a chance to come on the field in garbage time, what does he do? Either give up a big pass or pass interference or holding. It got to a point in this game. When Josh Johnson wasn't even trying to complete the pass. He was just throwing the ball deep because he knew either Keely Ringo or Jacorian Bennett was going to fuck it up. That's how bad it was. He wasn't even trying to make completions. He was just trying to throw the ball close enough to the vicinity of the receiver so Jacorian Bennett and Keely Ringo can make a mistake. And they just kept on panicking. They were panicking. When that ball went in the air, oh my God, their eyes got so wide. Their heart started beating so fast. And they literally lost you the football game. They lost you the football game. Again, the offense wasn't great, but I didn't expect the offense to be great. I didn't. Backups in the game, backup offensive lineman. Smitty got his yards. That was the bright spot. But other than that, I didn't expect fireworks today. But I expected them to win this game. And they should have won this game. Keely Ringo and Jacorian Bennett contributed to 14 points on the fucking board, maybe 21. There were 2 pass interference calls that put the ball directly on the 1-yard line for the Washington Commanders. I think Keely Ringo had one of them, and Jacorian Bennett had another one. I got to double check that. Let me see something here. All right. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Jacorian Bennett had a penalty that put the ball at the 1-yard line. Who else? Matt McWilliams had a penalty to put the ball at the 1-yard line. Like I said, I know I said I'm going to give him grace, but fuck that. You know what? I changed my mind. Matt McWilliams was awful today. Awful. He had a penalty that put the ball at the 1-yard line. Let's see if I can find another one. Keely Ringo Keely Ringo. He had a 32-yard pass interference penalty that moved the ball from the Washington 23 all the way to the Eagles 45. This shit is unsavory. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, Ken James, you dodged the bullet. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all dodged the bullet. You dodged the bullet. I ain't worried about San Fran, though, but you dodged the bullet. Let me see what my dad talking about. Shout out to my dad, Antonio DeShields Sr., man. I appreciate you for liking Dad, as always. Shout out to him. Let's see what he got right here. My dad says this. Antonio DeShields Sr. says this. I truly hate Keely Ringo and Jaquorian Bennett. Sucks. 9 penalties. We should have we should have the number 2 seed. The Lions did their job, and McKee is not what we thought he was made. It's not what we thought. He made many bad decisions. Let me read this again. And this is by way of my dad, Tone DeShields Sr. He says, I truly hate Keely Ringo and Jaquorian Bennett sucks. 9 penalties. We should have had the number 2 seed. The Lions did their job, and McKee is not what we thought. He made many bad decisions. Yo, and then Keely Ringo, he turned his back on the quarterback. This dude was looking for a receiver. Why? Why? The quarterback is running towards you. Why aren't you turning your back? Why are you turning your back? That's what you call not knowing what's going on around you. That's what you call having no awareness. You never turn your back on the quarterback. That's called lack of preparation. That's a lack of awareness. That's a lack of knowing what your job is. Keely Ringo, you are awful at football. Awful. And yes, this is coming from somebody who didn't play the game on your, or didn't play the sport on your level. This is coming from somebody who didn't play football at Georgia. This is coming from somebody who is sitting in his office, his home studio, talking shit. This is coming from somebody that has not walked in your shoes. This is coming from somebody that's not getting paid to do the things you do. This is coming from a layman. This is coming from somebody who just likes the game, who just loves the game. This is coming from somebody who has not done things you've done. But guess what? I have eyes. I have eyes. I have eyes. Keely Ringo and Jaquorian Bennett suck at cornerback. Josh Johnson was just saying, fuck it, I'm throwing it deep and watch the penalty come. They didn't move the ball. You gave them 20, 30, 40 plus yards on penalties. I need to see the total penalties in this game. What's the stat? I need to see this. Let me see this. 9 penalties for 123 yards. Nine penalties. 9 by the Philadelphia Eagles. They gave the Commanders 123 yards. They gave them a football field and some change. They gave them a whole football field and some change and gave them 3 touchdowns that came as a result of pass interference penalties by either Jaquorian Bennett, Keely Ringo, or Mac McWilliams. All 3 of them. All 3 of them. We better pray to God. We better pray to the Almighty that Adoree Jackson Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean stay healthy throughout the playoffs. We better thank our lucky stars that we have Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean and even Adoree Jackson. We better thank our lucky stars. You cannot, I know Vic Fangio was, when they watch this tape, Vic Fangio is going to have a feel. What do you think? What do you think Quinyon and Coop were saying on the sideline today? Just give me a guess. What do you think? Because, a lot of them was wearing a ski mask, so you couldn't really see what they were saying. But what do you think AJ and Smitty were saying on the sideline? What do you think Hurts was saying on the sideline to itself? Like, what do you what do you think? What do you think Adoree Jackson is saying? Well, what do you think Christian Parker is saying? Shout out to my man S. Blunt for reminding me. What do you think Christian Parker is saying? What do you think Roy Anderson is saying? Roy Anderson is the cornerbacks coach. Christian Parker is the DB's coach. What do you think they're saying? If I was Christian Parker, I would make Jacorian Bennett, Keely Ringo, and Matt McWilliams stand in front of the class. And I would make them break down the film. I would make them break down what happened here. I would force all three of those motherfuckers to go to the whiteboard, to get the remote, stand there with a red dot, a little red laser, and break down every centimeter of that film. Tell me what you was doing right here. Tell me what you saw. Tell me what you were thinking. Tell me what you thought was going to happen. Tell me exactly what happened. Every negative play they had, I want them to break it down with a fine-tooth comb. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we're going to double back to the Tanner McKee talk. We're going to double back to that pretty soon. But, I've never seen. Can you imagine if they were our corners for the year? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if our starting corners was Jacorian Bennett and Keely Ringo? We saw in that first Giants game when Quinyon Mitchell went down, what it looked like to have Keely Ringo out there for extended time. I pray to God Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Adoree Jackson stay healthy, man. I pray to God they stay healthy. We can't afford. We have no depth at that. We have zero depth at cornerback. I don't even know if Michael Carter the second played. Did Michael Carter the second play? I don't know. Did he play? Because if he did, he wasn't getting abused. He wasn't getting abused at all. I need to see the snap counts. I need to see something. Oh, Michael Carter did play. He had 9 total tackles. He did play. Keely Ringo, Jacorian Bennett, and I put an asterisk next to Mac McWilliams because he is a rookie and he doesn't play. But all three of them, quite literally put 21 points on the board for the Commanders. Each had a pass interference penalty that either put the ball on the 1-yard line for the Commanders or put them in the red zone. I gotta hear from the good brother Marcus Thomas on this. I gotta hear his thoughts. I need him to clarify some things for me. because I almost was like, yo, Marcus, Josh Johnson. It got to a point where Josh Johnson said, you know what? I'm not even trying to get a completion. I'm just going to throw it deep. Because I know them motherfuckers are going to do something stupid. They're going to do something stupid. Just throw it deep. Just wait on it. It's going to happen. You guys know him. One half of the Bald Eagles podcast. He is Marcus Thomas, a.k.a. Coach Marcus. I love this brother.
What's up, bro?
Let's get into
this. They blew the opportunity, man. It's crystal clear to me.
Let's get into
It's crystal clear to me, man. We had the opportunity to win. We got Keely Ringgold. Dog. You said exactly what I was thinking. They got pass interference for Keely Ringgold was responsible for 14 points. Then we had the defense was stopping them. They jump off sides, moving back to the 7. Then we get pass interference, moving back to the 1/2 yard line, and then we had it. Kevin Patullo decides, Tank Bigsby did enough, and we don't need to use him no more.
Yo,
didn't I tell you it was a Tank Bigsby game?
Yo, he completely iced him out of the game.
And not for nothing. Those were not outside runs. He bounced them outside. Every one of them, he bounced them outside. And I keep pulling what little hair I got out. This is the kind of stuff that makes my hair grow, brother. Why can't we scheme outside runs, outside pitches, and sweeps for our running backs? How come we can't do that? Why does Tank Bigsby have to plant and bounce it outside hard? Why does he have to do that? Why can't we just, when you got somebody like Daryus Cooper that's damn near the size of A.J. Brown that can block, now we got some people out there that can block. And we don't do it. So if we're not anything, we are consistent. We are consistently inconsistent. That's the one thing we can take to the bank. We still have, I just said it when I was on my stream. I was like, we still have to solve for X. It's like, man, are we operating inside the parentheses or are we operating outside the parentheses? We still got to solve for X and we can't do it. We don't know what to do. And we blew an opportunity. Detroit handled their business. It was good until it wasn't. And then we started doing the same thing. And I had to admit, like, I am the one. I said it. Player execution can beat bad play calling. Because if you had a bad play call, but you execute it right, you can still be successful. I still believe that. However, when you stop using the running back that's ripping them off some, when you just ice them out the game, and you try to roll Tanner McKee out, and you got rooks in there that haven't played as much, and he can't sit back in the pocket and throw the ball.
Stay there. You just said something very key, and I want to add something to what you said. For one, Tank Bigsby, 16 carries, 75 yards, was averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
How many carries did he have in the second half?
In the second half, I know he had in that third quarter, they had that one drive where he ran the ball like a lot on like back-to-back runs in the red zone, but not much really in totality. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Tanner McKee cannot move. No. Why are you bootlegging him? Why like he can't he's not outrunning anybody.
No.
He's not outrunning my grandmother.
No.
Like
I don't
why are you running bootlegs with Tanner McKee knowing he can't move? And,
what did I tell you, bro? The chess match.
On top of that, you threw the ball 40 times with Tanner McKee. You want to know what's crazy? The Commanders threw the ball 22 times, ran the ball 41 times. The Eagles threw the ball 40 times, ran the ball 19 times. Who won the game? No matter what happened in that game, Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury said, we are going to stick to the script.
Stick to the script.
And
it'll play itself out one way or the other.
And these boys, this offense, the offense actually looks the same.
Thank you.
It looks the same.
Because I made the point, Jalen Hurts is much more elusive than Tanner McKee.
You know what it showed me? It completely elevated Jalen Hurts' value to me.
Thank you.
It completely elevated Jalen Hurts' value. And here's the thing.
Exactly.
I can't even kill Tanner McKee. You want to know why? Because I knew what he was. He's a backup.
But
he's a backup that can he can throw the ball. He's a solid thrower of the football. He's not awful. He's not.
But that's not the problem. Here's the problem. That is not the same type of game plan that we used the last time Tanner McKee played against Washington.
Nope.
The last time he played against Washington, he lit their ass up.
Well, he didn't play against Washington. He played against the Giants and he played against Dallas. Kenny Pickett played against Washington.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
But still, the game plan when Tanner McKee came in,
but he wasn't running around.
No.
You sat back there in the pocket. You got rid of the ball. Didn't you find it? Didn't you think it was kind of funny that the broadcasters kept mentioning how he got rid of the ball on time? He kept saying that in the first half. But I have no rebuttal against anybody that has Kevin Patullo criticism. I can't. I'm the one that said player execution failure. I said that. I can't. Guess what? You get what you get with Kevin Patullo. I am in such a right now mode. I need to know what we're going to do right now. We should, all caps, SHOULD. We should beat San Francisco. But San Francisco got a couple of really good coaches, and they got a really good defensive coach named Robert Saleh, who knows us very well. We are losing the chess match, and it's hurting us. Defense is fine. Again, defense, y'all paying y'all half of the rent. I ain't got no problem with y'all.
Right, and we're not going to. We don't expect to see Keely Ringo and Jacoby Bennett playing. We're going to get into it. We don't expect to see that, right? So again,
we
know what the defense is in reality.
We are losing the chess match on offense.
Right,
that's our problem.
Right, and for me, it's like we talked about this, right? I don't really care who we play, but it's the principle that you had a chance to get the second seed. You had a chance.
You blew it,
and you blew it. And I didn't like how you blew it.
Not kicking the field goal early. Take the points, bro. What are you doing? It ain't preseason.
Take the points.
Take the points.
It's gonna be a close game. Nobody's gonna light it up. Take the points. And
you know what? Even saying that, it shouldn't have been because of what we talked about. We just gave them penalties all the way down the field. How many? They had 3. We gave them 3 pass interferences for 86 yards. Is that what the stat was?
I think it was.
It was like 80-something yards, and just moved them down the field.
Bro,
that one bad. Where Keely Ringo got beat, he never bothered to even try to locate the ball.
Bro,
not once.
It was so bad.
It was the back shoulder throw, and it was the other one, same type of route, but Keely Ringo got beat, and he just tried to hang on for dear life, and it was a clear call.
Let me see, 23 yards there, then 29 yards there, so that is 52. All right, and then 52 plus a 32-yarder, so 84. 84 yards.
In 3 penalties.
84 yards. The Eagles had a grand total in this game of 9 penalties for 123 yards. 84 of them came on 3 of the penalties. That means 6 of your penalties amounted for 41 yards.
Josh Johnson, 14 for 22, 131 yards.
He was terrible.
1 passing touchdown, 1 pick, 1 fumble.
I will say this though, he made key conversions. I definitely give Josh Johnson that credit. He made key conversions. Yeah. Key conversions.
Did you see that last touchdown he scored?
Yo,
McKee Ringo turned around, went the other way. What the hell was that? Even if somebody was behind him, there was no way he was going to get there. Put your hands up and try to block the pass if you think it was a pass. I was like, bro.
And a quarterback like that, he trusts his legs more than he trusts his arm.
Man, you need to Keely Ringo need to be promoted to fan immediately.
That like again, like we're in the playoffs with the third seed. I'm not like we talked about this, right? Like we knew the third seed was an option.
We
like,
knew what
not,
it was.
You know, let's not pretend that we didn't accept that. Okay, we could potentially be the third seed. If we get the second seed, that's a plus, right? We all knew that.
We knew what it was.
But it's one of those things that I just didn't like what I saw from certain people, and it was just too egregious. It was too blasphemous.
We still are not the type of team that just takes advantage of the mismatches we do have. We let people stay in the game. We let them hang around, and it ends up biting us.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am.
That offense looked exactly the same with McKee in there.
I'm in right now mode, dude.
Yeah, I'm in right now mode as well.
Don't tell me what we did, because everything that happened, all of the criticisms and everything that we had for the offense and Petulo and Jalen Hurts and all of that stuff is wiped off the table. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to look forward, right? The only thing you can look at is San Francisco, period. San Francisco has a bevy of injuries. They are banged up something awful.
They're being coached up heavily.
The quarterback is banged up. The tight end, Kittles is banged up. Everybody's banged up. Fred Warner's, I don't think he's playing. So
they just got finished putting up just 3 points.
3 points.
Like they're very beatable, and they got to come to Philly. But the question is, are we going to annihilate them? Or are we going to let them hang around and then give them life?
Are we going to get the 3rd and 1 and throw a deep ball?
Bro, there was a moment where I think it was like 3rd and 3. And yes. I'm like, yo, you need 3 yards.
He threw it deep down the left side to, was it Jahan?
Daryus Cooper, I think.
It may
in double coverage, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need 3 yards.
Bro, just get the did we run one quick slant? Did we run one?
I don't think so, man. And there was a moment in the game where I was like, oh, the DBs know where the receivers are going before they go there.
They go, yes. They've been watching tape like everybody else.
That, and also, again, I said this earlier. The offense looked exactly the same.
Exactly the same. If Jalen Hurts,
tell you everything you need to know.
Jalen Hurts is as elusive as he is always rolling out and trying to escape to his right. What you think they're gonna do with Tanner McKee?
Yo, there was the play where Tanner McKee had rolled out to his right, and it was like 3rd and 1, and there's nobody in front of him. He could have just ran and got the 1 yard. You know,
he ain't got that speed burst. He
tried to force it to Jahan Dotson.
Man, them hamstrings was like, oh no, the hell you ain't,
bro. It was right. Like he could have got that. He could have fell into it. That's how close he was.
Oh my God.
It was nobody because they was playing man to man. Was it 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1? I can't remember. Nonetheless, it happened. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
We blew a very good opportunity to take that number 2 seed, and we blew it.
I'll say this though. I seen the Rams today, and look, they beat the Cardinals, but
did not look good.
They didn't look as good as that score say.
Hell no.
They didn't look as good as that score say. I want people to understand that. Yeah, and honestly, if Arizona doesn't get that illegal block in the back, because remember, that receiver Wilson, was it Michael Wilson? He was cooking with the spoon all day. Is it Michael Wilson? Let me double check, make sure I got my brother's name right. Michael Wilson, number 14, 5 catches, 99 yards for a touchdown.
Anybody can
He
kick that.
was cooking that defense.
Yeah, man.
That Rams defense is food. Food. And if it wasn't for that illegal blocking the back penalty that negated a 50-yard bomb down the sideline, the Cardinals would have drove down the field and I think tied that game or took the lead. I can't remember exactly what the score was when it happened.
Yeah.
But the reality is, and then also Chicago. I'm looking at Chicago. I'm like, oh, that's an immature football team.
Yes.
That's an immature football team right there. You are at home, and you get that. You're supposed to, and then granted, you got it because we didn't do our job. But you're supposed to win that game. That I think Chicago's going to be. I think Chicago has every. They could be one and done. They could be one and done. I mean, the Packers could be one. All these teams. Let's make it clear. All these teams could be one and done, right?
Man,
but
this wide open, bro.
I'm looking at Chicago. I'm looking at the Rams, Green Bay. I'm not scared of none of these motherfuckers. You know what? You want to know who I'm scared of, though?
Us.
I'm scared of
Kevin Patullo.
I'm terrified of that, man. I'm terrified of him. That's the Baba Yaga.
Oh my God.
Yo.
We let them hang around, man, and that was disheartening. That was disheartening.
That was crazy. That was crazy, man. And then Daryus Cooper, you catch a 17-yarder to put the Eagles within the 5-yard line. You got a chance to go up another touchdown.
That was BS. That was a BS call on him.
Still,
that was a BS. You know why? Because the ref. Did you see the dude reach around and try to snatch the ball from him? That's what caused him to do that, in my opinion. He stood up and the dude reached around him and thinking he was going to celebrate, he tried to snatch the ball from him. And that's when he threw the ball down and spun it. And the dude was sitting right there. And I was like, you going to call that bullshit? But hey.
You know what they always say? You know what they always say? It's not the first guy, it's the second guy.
It's always the second guy that get caught. Yeah. You're right.
17-yard gain, 15-yard loss.
Yeah, Jalen Hunt had a good game today.
Defense is a dog.
Defense did what we expected defense to do. I need that homeboy Jahad Campbell. When you get an opportunity to make that sack, you got to make that sack, bro.
Yeah,
you got to make that sack. Get your hands on him and get him to the ground. But other than that, he played pretty well too. The defense played okay. Trot Jr. got in, made some good plays, made some good heads up plays. Listen, the defense looked pretty good. We made a couple mistakes, but for the most part, the defense played well enough to win.
I think so, for sure. For sure.
So,
it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said, like this is we knew the third seed was was very much an option, and we were comfortable there if we didn't get the second seed, right? But yeah, but you saw an opportunity. The opportunity was clear as day.
I don't like that we let that slip through our hands.
I don't like that either. I don't like that from a coaching perspective. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question now. Take a step further. Let's move it forward. Because we knew the second seed was at stake and you could potentially create a better path for yourself throughout the playoffs. Should Nick Sirianni regret sitting his starters?
Well, obviously he's gonna regret it because we lost. He'll never say it. I wish we would have played him, but at least
for a half. I've seen teams play their starters for like a quarter, first quarter, or like a half, and then they sat them. I've seen that.
But the problem with that is look at how the game went in Detroit. Detroit wins on a field goal with 7 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say that because what I wanted them to do, and for the most part, what they did was make the decision. You either gonna play the starters or you're gonna sit them. Make the decision because what you cannot do is clock watch while you're playing a game. You can't be looking at the scoreboard trying to get updates for the Chicago game while you worried about what you got to do. Don't do that. Make your decision. You either start them or you sit them, and then you live with that decision. And that's what we did. I wanted them to play. But
you and I both.
But I'm glad that they sat him because we got rest. Whoever we play is whoever we play. So
You're right. You're right. Because at the end of the day, you and I both know it's not the opponent.
No,
it's not the opponent. It really don't matter.
We get who we get. But at the end of the day, when those two teams step on that field, somebody's going to make the least amount of mistakes. And that team is most likely going to win. So we got to, whoever it is, I still got to trust that Sirianni and Kevin Patullo can put a game plan together to help out our defense. That's what I need. You saw the viral clip with Jalen Hurts on Hard Knocks in the meeting, and, he making a gas face on some of them decisions. And it's like, bruh, it's easy to see that they're not on the same page because you got somebody that's calling the shots. He playing soldier because that's just his personality. He ain't gonna buck the system. He playing soldier, and because that's just who he is. This is not the time to all of a sudden rise up and be like, F this, we're going to do something different. And that's not him. Now's not the time for that to happen. So he going to the best of his ability, he going to try to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And so that's the way it's been all year.
So here's the scenario. Here's the situation, right? And then we can, I'm gonna get to some of these super chats. Here's the sitch. Chicago is going to play Green Bay in the first round. Philly is going to play San Fran in the first round. Carolina is going to play the Rams.
So who's got the bye? The Seahawks?
Seattle.
Okay.
And
I ain't worried about Seattle either.
I'm not worried about Seattle at all.
Seattle's defense is nice.
But here's where
Seattle's defense is nice.
Here's where it gets interesting. Let's say Chicago beats Green Bay. Let's say that. Chicago beats Green Bay. And no, I'll take that back. Let's say Green Bay beats Chicago, right? So, and then Philly beats San Fran and Rams beat Carolina. Eagles will play the Rams. Seahawks will play Green Bay. Let's mix it up again. Let's say Green Bay beats the Bears. Eagles beat San Fran. Carolina beats the Rams. That means Eagles got Carolina in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And Seattle has Green Bay in Seattle. So your opponents, if you get to the divisional round, can be Carolina or it can be the Rams.
Right.
Or it could be Chicago. That's it. You're either going to end up playing the Rams, Carolina, or Chicago in the first round.
Hey man,
I'm sorry. In the divisional round, if you get there.
However it plays out, I don't care. We get who we get. Whoever steps through that door or whatever door we got to step through, we better handle business, or we gonna be in Cancun like everybody else.
You're right. This race is gonna be interesting because I think Carolina already beat the Rams, so they have it in their mind that, oh, we beat this team once, we can do it again. And that game came, and that was a very interesting football game. Like these matchups are going to be very interesting to watch. Very interesting. Because I think the Rams can get caught slipping.
I agree.
I really, really do. But,
I agree. But it all depends on, even if the thing with that is, even if the Rams are slipping, what is the opponent going to do with it? There's always a flip side to it. Just like today, there's no reason why we should have lost to Washington. Even with our backups, we were a better team. But we didn't do it. We made key mistakes in the secondary, and it cost us greatly.
Yo, it was so bad. Like I said, it got to a point where Josh Johnson was just saying, "Hey, ref, call it."
There you go. Call it. Throwing it
ref,
up.
Call it. He wasn't even trying to complete the passes.
And it wasn't even close. The DPIs wasn't even close.
Yo, it got to a point where
he didn't even look back for the ball. He ain't even try to locate the ball.
Yo, the color commentator was like, "My God, they panicked they're panicking at the top of the routes. They're panicking. All they gotta do is stay in position. They're there. They're in position. Just attack the ball." It's crazy.
Now there is no misunderstanding on who shouldn't be on the field.
Yo, I would never, ever, ever question Vic Fangio's process ever again.
Listen,
not saying I did in the first place, but it's just like, we all were like, oh, man, maybe Ringo needs a shot. Nah, nope.
Not Ja'Cory Bennett, but Keely Ringo. Yeah, Keely Ringo. He might want to stay in this week. He might not want to hit the clubs or go down South Street this week.
Yo, for real.
Might not end well.
He probably gonna be number one. Travis with the super chat. Thank you, man. He says Siri is a coward. We had the number 2 seed sold up. Man. It was there. It was there, man.
Yeah, we did.
Listen, he decided the number 2 seed wasn't important on Tuesday. He decided on Tuesday that number 2 seed wasn't important to him.
And listen, if we handle our business against the Niners, this whole conversation
is moot,
becomes irrelevant,
and
we forget about it real quick. What's on my plate? I just got to eat that.
Yep, you're right.
I'll worry about what's cooking next week.
Miss Fanny with the super chat. Thank you. She says here, KP got exposed with the backups. The eyes don't lie. Nothing changes if nothing changes. On to the Niners. You said it perfectly, Miss Fanny. Dre K with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. He says we owe Purdy a beatdown anyways, and the Packers can beat the Bears, and that would give us 2 home games. Also, Ringo is an embarrassment. We good. No, ultimately, yes, I do believe we're going to be fine. Ultimately, because the 3rd seed was always an option. Like that was always a scenario, right? There were 3 possible scenarios, and two out of the 3 had you at the 3rd seed. So we knew the probability was on the 3rd seed side. Nonetheless, I just hate how it looked. Thank you, Drake. I appreciate you. All right, who we got here? Next up, we got Schoolboy 60. He says Ringo is the Rex Grossman of DBs.
Damn.
Oh my God, that is crazy, man. Nah, I'll probably say he's the Trey Lance of DBs.
That's a good one. You know what? No, I wouldn't say that because Trey Lance, they abandoned Trey Lance to San Francisco. They didn't develop him right.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't blame that on Trey Lance. I blame that on the 49ers and Dallas. So
yes, that's a possibility. Dagger with the super chat. Thank you. He says Quinyon Bennett has 0 purpose on this team. Replace him now.
He's got more purpose than Keely Ringo.
Dog. I don't know. Keely Ringo plays special teams, so even then he makes dumb mistakes. Let's see here. Devontae T with the super chat. He says Ringo should never see a football ever again. Yo, I was telling him that Christian Parker should have Ringo, Ja'Cory Bennett, and Mac Williams go to the front of the class, the front of the position room, and break down their own film.
Yeah, but here's the problem, man. Keely Ringo is a pretty good special teamer. It's just that we have to protect the fact that he shouldn't get in the game in the secondary.
He should never see a football field in terms of defense. He should never, ever see another defensive snap for as long as he's
unless they're gonna move him to safety.
I think I'm terrified of that. He can't even.
If he's in safety, the reason why he would be a good safety is because everything's in front of you.
I think Vic Fangio said, nah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if Vic Fangio felt that way, they wouldn't have won and got Marcus Epps.
Right. You're right.
You feel me? Like they wouldn't have got Marcus Epps. They would have put him right there when Andrew McKee went down. They've never, ever put him at safety, not once. They clearly know something we don't. KLS Eagles with the super chat says, Kevin Patullo's situational play calling is terrible, as always. Deep pass on 1 yard, deep pass in 1 yard situations, but I'm still happy we made the playoffs. Go Bird. Yeah, man, the playoffs there was never a question from week one. We knew we were going to make the playoffs. We knew that. Like that was always the standard for us. That was always something we knew was going to happen. But we saw today that, frankly, that offense looks the same no matter who out there. This is Kevin Patullo all day long. Like even and Greg Cosell, Greg Cosell, he was breaking down the Buffalo film. And he said the first half, I really liked what I saw. I thought Jalen Hurts was really good in the first half. He said that second half,
I don't know what they second half.
I can't even put that on Jalen Hurts. Like he said it like the way he said it was like, damn, like I can't even try to put it on him. I can't find a thread. It went that second half, he had no options. Half his pass attempts were throwaways.
Yeah.
Because nothing was there. There was a moment where he had like a 2-man or a 1-man play call. 1-man route. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But KLS, you're right, man. Kevin Patullo he don't deserve an acronym or nickname. That's Kevin Patullo. That's his government. He ain't cool enough. He ain't got the sauce for
government name.
Yeah, government name only. Let's see here.
How you think the offensive line played today?
I think they were winning more than Kevin Patullo allowed them to win.
Well, I can't wait to watch the tape.
In the running game in particular. They were winning way more than
that's why, because I think we in the same situation like we were a couple weeks ago where Saquon had that good game. It's like he's bouncing everything outside and making people miss. It's not that the offensive line is blocking any better. It's the running backs are making plays.
Yo, the commentator was like, who was calling that game? Greg Olsen?
I think Olsen and what's the guy?
He was literally saying, yo, your guys are winning at the line of scrimmage. No, it wasn't Greg Olsen because it was a CBS game. It wasn't Greg Olsen. It was a CBS game. But he was saying, you're winning at the line of scrimmage. Keep running the ball. The commentator was saying that. You're winning. Just keep running the ball.
40. We threw the ball 40 times, bro.
For why?
40 times.
And I don't want to hear the whole, they were showcasing Tanner McKee. First of all, if you didn't see him last year, then it's nothing more like he can play football. Why is it on your mind if that's the case?
Why does that even make a difference?
Right.
What is showcasing Tanner McKee got to do with anything?
Exactly.
You run the plays that are working.
Exactly.
Bigsby was working. They couldn't stop him.
They couldn't stop him at all. They couldn't stop him in the passing game. They couldn't stop him in the run. He basically had that 31-yard reception. Basically had like over 100 yards all purpose.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. I'm not doing okay right now. What the super chat says, LOL, Ringo hit the Nate Gary move. If you know, you know. Yo, Keely Ringo might be the Nate Gary of this football team. He might be the Nate Gary on this football team.
I have no argument.
Because Nate Gary was a good special teamer. And whenever he played defense, Lord have mercy. Pray. Just pray. Dagger, but the super chat says Ringo's awareness in Madden dropped to a single digit.
Oh, damn.
Oh my goodness, man. Lord have mercy.
You know Ringo was bad when he's making me miss James Bradbury.
You know he's bad when I said, thank God for Dory Jackson.
Dude, I wish we still had Avonte Maddox.
He had a good game today, by the way.
Still wish we had him.
He had an interception in the red zone.
Something to be said for vets that know what the hell they're supposed to do.
Yo, a clear case in point of him not knowing what he's supposed to do was that Josh Johnson touchdown run. That was a clear case of, he doesn't understand his job.
That's a tackle for a loss right there.
He doesn't understand where he's supposed to be. He doesn't understand where the smartest guys on the football field don't just know their role or know where they're supposed to be. They know where everybody else is supposed to be too.
Right.
Those are the best football players. That's why I will never, ever allow somebody to talk trash about Reed Blankenship to me.
He's a quarterback.
Because Reed Blankenship, say what you want about him, he may not be the most athletic. He may not be that gifted athletically or whatever it may be. He knows exactly where he's supposed to be. He knows everybody's job.
That's why he was starting. That's why he was starting as an undrafted free agent in his rookie year. He understood where he was supposed to. He knew he wasn't the biggest, strongest, fastest out there on the field, but he was where he was supposed to be every time. The reason why Reed Blankenship starting, that he became captain and all that kind of stuff, is because he picked up the defense faster than anybody else. And when you can do that, I don't care how long you've been in the league. When you can pick up the defense, that's when you can tell everybody else where they're supposed to be.
Yo,
so
when Ringo turned his back, you saw from the back of his head, he was like, he didn't know where to go.
No. That's like your little brother swinging and you got him by the head. What's that little meme now? I'm not cute anymore. They be running.
Yo, he was the only one. Like it was him and Josh Johnson. And instead of pursuing and trusting his safeties behind him, he tried to do the safety job. He tried to find a receiver to cover. You're in the red zone.
He did a pirouette, did a 180, and and then Josh Johnson, he had him dead to rights.
And even if he shook you, I could respect the attempt.
And he turned around.
I could respect you trying to tackle him. Even if he shook you, I'd be like, all right, it was you on an island with a mobile quarterback, not easy.
Here's the bad part. They're not gonna watch that film. They're not gonna watch that film. They're gonna go straight to getting ready for San Francisco. And rightfully so, they should. I'm gonna watch the film though.
KLS Eagles. KLS Eagles, man, with the super chat. Thank you. He says, Tank Bigsby, thanks for a good performance. I believe we should have put the ball in your hands more. I agree 100%. This should have been the Tank Bigsby game.
Him and Saquon are a good combination.
This should have been a game where you just completely say, we're running the football no matter what. First down, second down, like
run it till they stop it.
Yeah, this was the what was the game plan against the Giants when Tanner McKee started the last game last year? What was his pass attempts? Let me double check that because that's gonna tell me something. Because that Giants game was pretty competitive, but it's gonna tell me something though. Let me see. 2024. All right. Eagles ended the season against the New York Giants. They beat them 20-13. McKee had 269 passing yards. And he had 41 attempts. Wow. He still had 40 attempts in the last game of the season. Huh. But they ran the ball 25 times instead of 19 times.
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, he played better than he did, but interesting nonetheless. All right, got another super chat here by KLS. He said, I like McKee, but the team is hurts as always. Like, I agree. Man.
That was never under debate.
It was
never up for debate.
Yeah, don't let these radio stations gas you up, KLS. Like, today should have showed you.
Real.
There were so many moments where I was like, oh, Jalen Hurts ran right there. Oh, Jalen Hurts did this. He would have did that. Like, it showed you. Like, Tanner McKee showed you his limitations today.
Yeah.
Because you need a quarterback with these edge rushers being as fast as they are, and these linebackers being as fast as they are now. You need quarterbacks that can move. He cannot move.
No, he's very statuesque.
For sure. ASG Marcus with the super chat. He says, Kevin Patullo was the worst OC in Eagles history, period. Oh, wait. We got to do some digging.
I don't agree.
We got to do some digging. Who was the dude that was a defensive play caller, but they put him on offense? What was his name? It's back in the series. I mean, back in the Andy Reid era. Who was that? He was a defensive guy, but they put him on offensive coordinator.
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about, though. That's not the first time that's happened. That happened to me in college. Going into my junior year, our linebackers coach switched to become our offensive coordinator. The logic being, who knows how to attack a defense better than a defensive coach? And so he moved to
Juan Castillo. That's who it was. Juan Castillo.
Yeah.
Yeah. ASG Marcus with the super chat. Thank you. Again, he's back again with it. He says Commanders were out of timeouts early. That's another thing. They used all their timeouts before the fourth quarter was even on. Like, yo, he said Commanders were out of timeouts early in the fourth. Pure coaching malpractice by our coaches. We should have ran the ball to the second. Yo, seriously, they had no timeouts. None. That's crazy.
We blew it.
Crazy. The anime gamer with the super chat says here, minus the INT, I think Tanner did well. No, he was overthrowing guys. He threw the ball behind guys at times.
A lot of bad balls today.
He threw a lot of bad footballs today. A lot. He threw a lot of bad footballs today. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it because he a backup and because I know what he is and people try to elevate him with something he's not. He's a backup. Simple as that. I'm not doing okay right now. I'm back again with the super chat. It says, quote, Nick should have played the starters for the second seed, end quote. My brothers and sisters in Christ, have you seen our play calling? It literally doesn't even matter. Oh, my God. That's funny. That's a funny one. TDK, my guy's been a member for 11 months. Shout out to him. I think this is my man, Sweet Chin Music. He says, biggest threat to the Eagles are the Eagles. Facts.
Facts. Big facts.
KLS back again with the super chat. Thank you, my man. He says, I've been afraid of Kevin Patullo all season.
Eventually, it's going to get better.
Oh, Lordy. Green Wingman with the super chat. Thank you. He says, the $50 super chat at that. Man, oh, man, my man dropped $500,000 on me. He says, Nick's philosophy has to expand this offseason. The stubbornness of the offense going through the O-line might have worked last year, but there needs to be a better emphasis on the passing game, especially with that talent we have at wide receiver. I think everything goes through your offensive line, no matter what you're doing. But I think what you're really saying is that we need more creativity in our passing game. I think that's ultimately what you're saying, because what's been happening is this Nick Sirianni offense is predicated on talent, not scheme. It's not predicated. I would agree with that. It's not predicated on out scheming you, right? There's coaches who got the talent, but they still smart enough to out scheme you and get that talent in great positions.
That definitely ain't us.
That's not the Eagles.
They are on defense.
They are talent. Yeah, on defense, yes. On defense, absolutely. But they are talent or bust, the Eagles, that is. The Eagles rely 70-30 on player execution. 70% being player execution, 30% coaching. And it might be more weighted towards player execution than what I'm telling you. But the Eagles rely heavily on player execution. Heavily. And that's the real problem, that they don't have a scheme to bail them out of mismatches. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not creative enough to create opportunities when things get a little stagnant. That's the problem. It's not that no matter what you do, passing or running, your football team on offense can only go as far as your offensive line takes them, no matter who they are, no matter what you're calling, no matter what your scheme is. So it's not about the stubbornness of the offense going through the offensive line. It's about the lack of creativity on the offense, putting a lot of pressure on the running game to work and a lot of pressure on players to be perfect.
I hope they was taking notes and learning something.
Yeah.
Because we out of time.
Bro. This has to be, Nick Sirianni need to go to like a, what do you call it? He need to go to like a coaches summit. and I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Darth Panda with the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, my man. He says Green Bay opened as a favorite at Chicago. Wow. I mean, after this game, I understand it though. Chicago is an immature football team. They relied a lot on comebacks the past several weeks. A lot. Yeah,
and don't even get into that. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, again, whatever happened in the regular season doesn't matter anymore.
You're right about that. It
doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter at all.
Kevin Patullo can completely rewrite what we think about him based on what he does in the playoffs.
Oh, you're so right. You are so right about that.
There's still a chance for them. I don't think it's about getting it right, getting the offense on track and nothing like that. To me, it's all about being creative in your play calling and putting your players in the best position to win. And we have not done that. and we have not been helped by our offensive line. So we got to put them two things together. The offensive line first, Kevin Patullo second, in that order. It has to be in that order. Because we can't do anything if our O-line is still blocking like trash. Period. I don't care. We got the best game plan in the world. But if them boys up front ain't blocking, it don't mean a damn thing. So I am very happy that we'll be getting Lane Johnson back. I hope that Cam Jurgens got the rest that he needed so he can stop looking like booty cheeks.
That man's been a turnstile.
It's been crazy, man. But again, it don't matter anymore. All I need to know is what you're going to do going forward. That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, man, you're right about that. The Anime Gamer's back again with the super chat says, if I were Nick, as soon as the game started getting out of hand, I would have put in at least two or three starters. Now you can't do that.
Yeah, and it never got out of hand.
Yeah, the game was, that's the thing. It never was out of hand. It was just mishandled. It was mishandled, not out of hand. The game was never out of hand. It was mishandled. Just to play around with your words. Like it wasn't out of hand. It was mishandled. Thank you for the super chat, Anime Gamer. It means a lot. Justin Long with the super chat. Thank you. He says, Cam and these media folk owe Jalen an apology. They swear he is holding his offense back. Now they see it has been Patullo all year long. Bro, you're right. But go Birds. You're right, man. Justin Long. Like Cam and these media folk do owe Jalen an apology. They swear he's been holding the offense back. Now they see it's been Kevin Patullo all year long. Kevin Patullo couldn't even, bro. Washington's been awful. They've been awful. But don't. I want to make this clear. The times where Jalen Hurts has been bad, he's been bad. Period. Yeah, two things can be mutually true. Jalen Hurts has some bad games, and Kevin Patullo is not a good OC. Two things, and they don't necessarily have to be tied together. Mm-hmm. My dad, Tone DeShields Sr. or Tone DeShields the first, however you guys want to look at it.
He won.
He says Josh Johnson overthrew the ball 3 times for deep ball passes, and all 3 were penalties. That's madness.
Yep.
That's a fact. He wasn't even trying to connect. He was just trying to force the DB to do something stupid.
Exactly.
And lo and behold, that's what happened.
And everyone, I think 2 out of the 3 was Terry McLaurin.
Robert Dredden with the super chat. Thank you, Robert Dredden. He says, put Ringo on the Walt Whitman toll booth where he belongs.
Oh
my God.
Knowing them tolls is about to go up again.
Yo, man. You gonna put him in another position where somebody gonna hate him?
God, that's hilarious.
Justin Long back again with the super chat. It's Coach Marcus. Can you be our next OC?
Listen, man, I want them checks, but I don't want them problems.
That's the thing is, I know you can call a better game than what I know you could. You could.
Yeah.
Fanny Woods with the super chat. Thank you, Miss Fanny. She says Ringo should be a janitor. He needs to clean up his act.
You know what? Just keep him on kickoff coverage, man. That's all you got to do. Let him stay there. Keep him on kickoff coverage. Yes. Go ahead and do this super chat. Katea's mom, I noticed that every time he got that penalty, Terry McLaurin was laughing on the sideline. Because they were expecting.
It was bad. It was so bad. And Katea's mom, you so right. I see it right here. Like she also says Ringo's been here 4 years and still plays scared.
Still playing scared.
Yo, you
let me be honest with you. I don't think he plays scared. I think he just has no technique.
His body language just looks erratic. It looks
like he don't know how to turn his hips.
He has so much wasted motion.
Yeah, he looked like he looked like his technique in opening up his hips and running with a receiver is just not good. He's fast. He's linearly fast. 4.3 speed is 4.3 speed.
Well, he should have played track, or I said played track. He should have ran track.
Well, he could have played track because he's playing football right now, or he playing at football because he ain't playing very well.
Man, he should have been a dog catcher. Because all he do is chase.
God don't lie, man.
All he do is chase. He should have been a dog catcher. All he do is chase. LaWallace Pratt with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, LaWallace. I really do appreciate you. He says Kevin Buttillo got to go, even if we win the Super Bowl. Can't stand his play calling, bro.
I agree.
If we win the Super Bowl, I wish the team would take a chance on him. They'd be idiots.
No, he would probably get a job somewhere else. But this is one of those things where I try to tell people, this is where I trust Howie, and I trust that Howie's going to make the right decision.
Yeah. Quentin Fields with the super chat. Thank you. Says,
what's up, Q?
Quentin says, just saw the Ringo TD play, and I'm dying laughing. Yo, I was sitting there with my wife, right? And my wife saw the play, and she was like, if you're listening to the show, she just threw her hands up and looked like, what was that? She don't know shit about football.
That's one of them things where they're gonna run that back about 11 times in film session.
Yo, that's the kind of play they show you at like those football summits. Hey, Rooks, this is what you don't do.
This is what not to do.
This is what not to do.
Absolutely.
But like remember back in the day, the DARE program, and they'll put and they'll try to scare kids into being sober.
Yep.
Or like straight. Scared straight. That's what that was. Keely Ringo created his own DARE poster.
My God. It's oof. But again, let me. I'm good. We in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, man.
Time to start watching film on San Francisco. What I can say about San Francisco with 100% certainty, they are going to run an outside pitch, and they are going to run a skinny pitch with Christian McCaffrey. They are going to get him the ball on the screen, and they are going to drag Kittles across the middle.
Yes, they will.
So I know this is going to happen. Fangio, you do with it what you will. Kevin Buttillo, you still up. Because ain't nobody trying to go home. We ain't trying to go on that Jet 2 holiday, man.
Lord have mercy, man.
You gotta handle business. Let's go.
Green Wingman with the super chat says here, if we can't rely on the O-line being themselves from the last year, what would you suggest and what the offense should lean on?
You know what?
Your offense
we should lean on Jalen Hurts running tempo offense.
Yes.
That's what we should lean on.
Yep.
Keep the defense on their heels. And if things break down, we should lean on the fact that Jalen Hurts can get the hell up out of there and get you a first down and keep the chains moving and all of that stuff. That's what we should lean on.
Yep. Find a personnel grouping that you can expose and keep them on the field for as long as you can.
Yep.
It's just that simple, man. All right. That was the last super chat, man. We're about to close the show out, man.
Man.
You guys have been phenomenal as always. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Pro Fan Talk. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Chalk It Up Sports as well. I really do appreciate you guys. The regular season is officially behind us. We are now only focused on the playoffs. Eagles, 49ers in Philadelphia. The date and time hasn't been released yet, but we sure will see. I'm looking forward to this game. I think this game is going to be really interesting, given the fact that we haven't seen Purdy in the playoffs since we knocked him out in the NFC Championship game. He's coming into this game a little banged up. The Niners are a banged up football team, but they've been well coached all year long. They've been well coached to a 12-5 record. You got to respect that. Like nobody thought San Fran would overcome that, and they did that. Right. That just speaks to how good of a coach Kyle Shanahan is. No matter how we feel about him, in big games or whatever, he's a good coach. He's a good coach, and they have a good staff, man. And he clearly knows how to speak to the player and get the best out of guys. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the game goes. I'm looking forward to it. I think the Philadelphia Eagles can and should win that football game. The question is, will they do their job? And it all remains to be seen. So again, smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Coach Marcus at Pro Fan Talk. Again, that's Pro Fan Talk. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Chalk It Up Sports. And it's straight like that. I've been your humble host, Tony DeShields II. Shout out to my good brother, Marcus Thomas, for coming in and showing love. You guys have been tuned in to your Eagles postgame show via the Chalk It Up Sports Network, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And it's straight like that. See y'all on the next one.